Hello and welcome to my tarot card reading for the new year of 2013. Let's immediately start with the entities ruling over 2013. And we have Ogun and Oba. And Oba is upside down and Ogun is upright. That means that during 2013, it's not going to be a very easy year because she's upside down. This has to be a lot. We have to deal with a lot of counseling and advice during 2013. Ogun is someone that is an Orisha, is a hard worker. Let's put it like that. In other words, it's going to be a hard year, where a lot of work has to be done, especially related with advices, following advice, counseling, and things like that. But the ruling ones are going to be Oba and Ogun. For 2013, the astrological cards that we have here is the Moon and the Pentacle, Five of Pentacle. The Five of Pentacle is Venus with Taurus. The Moon has Pisces, Jupiter, Neptune, and Venus again. Notice twice Venus. Venus is a planet that brings harmony and balance, but it's also a planet that is related with emotions. And notice that the Moon is here. So during the month during 2013, the emotions are going to be practically ruling over 2013. Notice that during the year 2013, many women are going to rise. They are going to be occupying important roles in society during 2013. Things that we're hiding will emerge. The truth is going to emerge. Things that we're hiding are going to come out. Notice that we have Jupiter and Neptune. Neptune is a planet that deals a lot with the mind. So we have emotions, the mind. Neptune is related with withdrawal, isolation. Jupiter with expansion. So what we're going to see during 2013, according to these two cards, is 2013, we and the nations, institutions, everyone, we are going to start looking and seeking for stability, emotional, whatever is going to make us feel stable. Our emotions are going to be controlling, practically speaking, to the point that we might take our feelings, our emotions in a way that is too serious, that we might even withdraw, isolate. We're going to be easily offended during 2013. We're seeking growth, we're seeking expansion, but our feelings, our emotions are going to be ruling over, and we might even suffer depression, a relapse, and mental health problems, things like that during 2013. Tarot card reading for 2013. Let me explain what I have here. I have 3 cards. Each card represents a month. So we have January, February, March, April, June, July, August, September, October, November. September, October, November, and December. We have these 3 cards that are going to give us advice or are going to tell us what is going to happen. Notice that this card is sharing these 2 lines, the first 6 months. Then we have April, June, July, August, September, October being ruled by this one. So notice that 6 cards are ruled by this one, 6 cards are ruled by this one, and then 6 cards again are ruled by this one. So let's start immediately with the vertical line, the one in the center. Notice we have 2 cups, staff of wands, and one is upside down, one wand, one cup is upside down. During the month of 2013, the main topic, the column, or whatever way you want to see it, is about whatever we feel is a load. for example, Japan, Greece, Spain, the European Union, we could be definitely talking about the debt that these nations have. Is going to be the main topic for them. But notice that things are going to get out of control. Things are going to get out of control, and nations, individuals, are going to be more realistic. They're going to pursue their dreams in a more realistic way. And that's why they're going to start celebrating, because they want to get rid of the load. They have a load and they want to get rid of it. And because everything is start getting out of control, and they're going to celebrate during 2013, the year 2013. They want to celebrate the freedom, we could say that. People are going to be more realistic. Nations are going to be more realistic. Things are going to get out of hands, and they're going to start trying to get rid of the load. Okay? Now, for the first 3 months, what we have here is that during the first 3 months, we could say that in a very arrogant way, nations and people are going to walk with this sense of victory that we can do everything, like we're Superman, and we're going to try to get rid of this load, baggage, or whatever way you want to see it or call it, nation-wise, institution-wise, individually. We are going to try to get rid of a load. The problem is that is not going to solve the problem. The decisions that we're going to make is not going to solve any problem. What it's going to do is keep it the same way it is or it was, or it's going to make it worse. This is January, and January, this sense of being Superman is overcoming everyone, every nation, is arrogant way of acting, victory. Then the load is going to be felt during the month of February, and then by March is when all these decisions are going to be taken, which are going to be decisions that are not going to solve the problem, it's going to make it worse or keep it as it is. Then by the second trimester, what we see is that the situations get out of hand. That means that May, things get out of hand. But during the second trimester, things get out of hand, and that's what creates a protectionism. So everyone is going to be on the defensive mode. Everyone is going to attack anyone, technically speaking, because we're going to start protecting ourselves in an individual level or on a nation-wise aspect. That's what we're going to start seeing, and everything because things are going to start getting out of hands. Protectionism. That's the main thing during the second trimester. Okay? Now, for the first 6 months, what we have here is this part upside down, and notice how he is looking this way. And what he's telling us is that there's a comeback to the same things that we did on 2012, and that's why we see that during 2013, the first 6 months is about doing the same mistakes that we did before. We want to get rid of something, of a load, a baggage, but the problem is that we're going to do it by doing the same mistakes, the same things that didn't solve the problem and are making the problem even worse. But the thing is that people, nation are going to be more defensive, more protecting. They're going to protect themselves. Notice that they're going to protect their heart, their feelings, their emotions, because they're going to feel vulnerable. So they're trying to protect their country, their products, their companies, whatever it is. They're going to protect themselves, and they're going to go back to the same. By the third trimester, what we see is that by the third trimester, what we're going to be noticing is that it seems like we learn the mistakes and there's a flow. We're like mixing our past with our present. There's a flow and we're like learning from it, which is going to give us hope of being able to deal with the situation that the nation, the world, and as us as individuals or as a family are going to be facing during 2013. And we're going to be celebrating new ideas, new concepts, new creative ways of dealing with the problem. But this is going to bring a lot of fears during 2013. So what happens is that no one is going to be willing to do any kind of sacrifice. We want changes. We are protecting ourselves, but we don't want to give up anything in exchange. We want changes. We have ideas. We want to do this. We're celebrating this new idea, these concepts and everything, but we're not willing to do the sacrifice. Okay? So that's what we're going to see on April, May, June, July, August, and September. That kind of attitude. Okay? The thing is that then for July is when these new ideas are coming. There's a lot of brooding, thinking. There's a lot of planification on how to do. A lot of probably advices are going to be done during this month, because we're going to try to learn from the past. It is a flow. Then August is a month that a lot of celebration are going to be going through August. By September is when the fear is going to emerge, and no one is going to compromise. The last 3 months of the year, everything again comes out of control. That's October. Everything comes out of control. People get tired of the same situation over and over, and people want to break free, and they want new things. They got tired of the same thing over and over, and they're willing to let go a lot of stuff in order to break with what is enslaving them, if we could say that. By November, then people are going to be more realistic. They're going to start seeking for more realistic ways of dealing with the situation that 2013 is bringing. December, that the month the justice is upside down, which means that it's going to be a very difficult month, because a lot of reorganization, restructuring is going to be. The idea of concept of what is structure organization is going to change. There's a lot of changes going on during the month of December. And the thing is that during the last 3 months of the year 2013, nations are going to be more realistic. They got tired of the same situation over and over, and they are going to try a new approach. They're going to be a little bit more realistic, which is going to bring a lot of changes on the way we think, the way we solve problems. So there's going to be a lot of restructuring, a lot of reorganization during those last 3 months of 2013. Now, when we look at the last 6 months, we have here the card, the Two of Swords, which is upside down, which means war. Hence, we could expect war in a symbolic way, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually speaking, because there's a lot of changes coming up. Restructuring, which is going to bring a lot of fear. People are going to get, nations and people are going to be more realistic. They want change. They want something different. They got tired. They're bored of the same over and over, and they want changes. And those changes obviously bring structural changes, which brings fear. And those fears are going to bring war. Emotional, psychological, spiritual, or even literally. Remember that I mentioned that there's going to be a protectionism going on. So this might end up with a war, figuratively speaking or literally speaking. Also, notice that this line, this vertical line with the Justice upside down, the Priestess upside down, Two of Swords upright, and the Seven of Swords upright, what it's telling us is that there's a lot of stuff relating with our mind. There's a lot of brooding going on, a lot of thinking. There's going to be decisions that are going to be taken they're not going to solve the problem. They're going to make it worse or leave it like it is. People are going to be in the defensive mode, very protectionist, very protectionist. A lot of fear are going to emerge in a very subconscious way, and reorganization is going on. Notice that also this line here is letting us know that we're going to be this arrogant way of thinking is because we are going to start thinking that we learn from the past, and that in that way of thinking is going to make us a little bit arrogant, make us feel like we're Superman, that things are going to come out the way that we want, the way that we have planned, the way we want it, and that is going to break us free, that desire of breaking up free from whatever is making us bored of the same situation over and over. But the thing is that we're going to protect ourselves. We are protecting all decisions that are going to be taken. This arrogant way of thinking is because we want to protect ourselves. We want to protect our economy. We want to protect our family. Hence, we're going to try to learn from the past. The thing is that we might assume the wrong way of thinking, the wrong way approach. We won't be that humble, and we're going to start acting like young people in their teens. I'm sorry, teen guys and girls, but that's the kind of mentality that is going to reign during during the year 2013. We want to break free. We got tired and bored of the same situation, and we think that we have learned from the past, and we're going to protect ourselves, and we're going to march victorious to what we think is the right thing. And that's what is going to happen during 2013. I hope that my reading is helpful, or is going to be helpful for all you guys. Have a marvelous 2013 and have a great day.